Hi, everybody. I'm Paul. Welcome to my Curious Corner of Controversy. Today, we're doing something a little different. We're going to do an album review today for Acacia Strain's newest album, It Comes in Waves. If you don't know Acacia Strain, they are just delightful and heavy and hateful. They're one of my top 5 to 30 bands. Like, my music changes constantly, but they're up there. I've been a big fan of them for, I don't know, 10, 12 years, something like that now. It Comes in Waves was kind of a surprise drop from them about a month ago. And they also dropped it on Closed Casket Activities instead of their normal record label. So they got to do some new and different things on the album instead of their more cut and paste style of the last few albums, which are good, but I think this album really steps it up and does a few things differently. Where to start with this? It Comes in Waves is a story of coming to terms with the fact that all gods and deities since the beginning of time are real and brutally malevolent and indifferent to our pain and suffering. They have been watching humans and civilization prosper and suffer since the beginning of time, and also had amusement with, testing things out to see what happens with humanity. One of the big things on the album is basically as the songs go down, each song is one word, which is "Our only sin was giving them names," which, I don't know, if you listen to, or not listen, if you read books or have ever done any kind of fantasy reading or anything like that, names are very important and they hold severe weight and power. And just like gods, that's very true. Throughout history, as soon as somebody named a god, somebody else had a god of a different name, and thus genocide, warfare, pain, and suffering has ensued, and that's just kind of gone on since the beginning of human history. This album does a beautiful job painting that bleak portrait, and they really dive into the themes that H.P. Lovecraft kind of delved into, which is that intergalactic, otherworldly, indescribable, horrific beings that have basically controlled mankind in one form or another, have always, like I said earlier, just kind of been indifferent to us. And by giving them their names of, the different gods and pantheons throughout history, we've let them take over our lives. And this album just kind of explains that in a very bleak, doomy tone, because that's very well deserved. The first song starts out with like this creepy, weird church choir with this also like tension building static with this really weird chorus of "I never thought I would see you again," and then goes on a little bit. It's creepy, and then out of nowhere the drum swells and just a wave of brutality kind of engulfs you, and the album's off running. They definitely did a few things different. Vincent, the singer's always had that real gravelly, guttural voice, and in this one, he kind of switches it up with more high-pitched pterodactyl screeches like black metal, which is a great mix for them because the ebb and flow between the two vocal styles goes really well together. And then they do some new vocal layering, so you have like this deep, doomy voice with this high-pitched scream going over it that just, I don't know, sets off the discordance in just the right way. It's amazing. The whole album is just, oh man, it's almost like a very long song cut into sections, and also, I don't know, an audible story. There's all these like Foley elements, noise and people talking, and just like it builds, like I said earlier, just constantly building tension and stress. And then there's these moments of just like existential dread where the music and just everything going on just kind of pulls you down, and I don't know, you really feel like the hopelessness that is going on through the music. One of the songs, I believe it is Was, which is the fourth song on the album. It's, has these like long, slow, drawn out vocals, but then it's broken up with these quotes from the movie The Mist, which I don't know if you've seen the movie or read the book. It's all about scientists at a military base punching holes in reality and otherworldly beings coming into our world and basically destroying the world. So in that song, they have quotes from a military guy talking about the scientists punching a hole in reality and the monsters coming through and all that. And then right after that in the movie, the nicest way to put it, God and Jesus loving woman, I can't remember her name, she's an older redhead, starts preaching about everything that's happening is science's fault because we've gone against God's will by stem cells splitting the atoms, just all the secrets that God is supposed to wield, and because of that we're basically opening a gateway to hell and other things and leading to our downfall. Now, through what she says and also in the lyrics, there's a lot of parallels being drawn about how reality is a very thin veil and there's different levels to reality and different planes of existence and all kinds of other, lofty ideas or some conspiracy theory ideas, which if you're into the reptilians, we'll talk about that later. Sorry, Alex Jones, call me. Anyways, so the album, like I said, it just has this like slow build of tension and the just overall sludginess of it. Just like I said earlier, the existential fear that the album kind of like builds in through both the lyrics and the tone is just amazing. Vincent's never been like a crazy wordsmith or anything like that. His lyrics are always just short and to the point. He's not big on allegory and stuff like that. He's very cut and dry. And it really works with this album. Because just in general with religion and gods and deities, there's so much allegory and bullshit jammed in with it that I think how he words his lyrics throughout it really work with just, like I said, they're cut and dry. There's no gray work or no gray around for you to work through. It's just, this is what it is. And I just think they did an awesome job with it. Throughout the album, there's also a few other quotes, which I can't really find where they're from, but they're just awesome and bleak and weird. I'm trying to find one in particular. There it is. Without body, they are illusions only, shadow without substance. They will not pass through your body, for they do not exist. They do not exist. Unreal, appearances only. They are shadows, illusions, nothing but ghosts of reality. They are lies, falsehoods, specters without body. They are to be ignored. Like that. When you hear it in the song, I believe it's in Sin. It's just this weird, creepy monologue that's kind of being said while this like droning open note kind of rings out. And it's just, like I said, the bleakness and the hopelessness that they just put into this album, I absolutely love. It makes me feel like I'm reading H.P. Lovecraft all over again, which is one of my favorite authors. Just this dread that you can't explain, or this horror that literally is mind-breaking because it's just so foreign to what you think is possible, is just, I don't know, fun thing to think about. Because how do you think about something that you literally can't think about because you have no frame of reference for what that thing would be? It's weird shit, but amazing. And I don't know, if you like doom metal, this is right up your alley. If you don't like doom metal, it's not for you. If you want to go listen to like Drake or Kanye or Three Doors Down, that's probably better for your mental well-being. Acacia Strain does not hold back. They are, like I said, just heavy and hateful, and this album is like a new level to bleakness. If you like their older stuff, like their 28-minute song Observer, which is like 3 songs cut together with monologues and audio storytelling going on and all kinds of other stuff, this album's definitely for you. It's definitely something that should be listened to from start to finish in like one sitting, as opposed to like break it up. It really puts you in a state of mind, and it's really fun if you're into like, well, metal of course, and just weird other thoughtly extraterrestrial otherworldly conspiracies possibly and stuff like that. I don't know, check it out or don't. You'll either love it or hate it. Most of you will probably hate it, which if you do, it's cool. I understand. I'm just gonna leave you with this like last little nugget of goodness, which is on the last song, Names, which just has like some of the most perfect desolate or horror chords, depending on what you want to call them. But just, who would have crossed oceans, now have seen outstanding waters, wondering what could have done differently, galaxies burn out, frozen forever, extermination, life never known, interdimensional agony, you will have never known it was even there, all places, all things have souls, all souls can be devoured. Just weird, awesome, dark, existential terror, tension building goodness. So, I don't know, guys. Give it a listen. The artwork is awesome. It's just like weird alien monster holding planets, and we'll have it pop up right now. There it was. Hopefully. Anyways, I'm Paul. This has been my Curious Corner of Controversy. We're going to be doing some other reviews coming up soon. Some more music ones, some movie ones, some video game ones, all kinds of stuff in between. Want to thank our partners with Razer and Respawn and Microsoft. If you want to find me on video games and probably kill me because I suck at video games even though I love playing them, my gamer tag's Cortavals159, and that's on all my systems, on all the games I play and everything in between. Oh, until then, stay controversial and devious. Don't forget that one. See you.